Okay, so Miss Acosta kind of told you a little bit about what we're going to be doing with the shop cord. So I want to show you this again. And we talked about how you just see a top, a middle, and a bottom. And then we talked about how this one has all these pieces in the middle. So we're going to be doing the shop cord like Miss Acosta said, and it's this piece right here. So we're going to explain how to attach it and what you need to get from your bag. You need to get your body tube. You need the instructions, and you need to get the elastic, the shop cord, and then this just put over. So you're going to be needing your scissors again, and you're going to be using tacky glue. So we supplied this. It's not regular Elmer's glue. It doesn't say school glue. It says Craft Bond Tacky, which means that this is very thick and viscous. Now I know that you use glue a lot in school, and your teachers always say in your journals, just put a little dot, put a little dot. But here, we don't want just a little dot. We like glue because do we want our rocket to come apart? You know, when you don't use a lot of glue, it does. So being that it's tacky glue, we're going to let gravity help us right now. If I leave it like this, gravity's pulling all of the glue to the bottom, and I told you it's very thick. So when I'm going to try and get it out later, I'd have to like shake it. So what we always do with this glue, anytime we use it, and we're going to use it a lot, you have to lay it on its side, okay? That way gravity pulls it down, and then when I need it, it just kind of goes down this little bit. So when you get your glue, put it down sideways. So we're going to start off by getting this sheet, the instructions. And when I open it up one time, there's this little rectangle, and I actually need just this odd piece from this rectangle. So I'm not cutting out that rectangle, that's just kind of to show you where it is. But I want you to get your scissors and just cut out this odd shape. Don't cut the dotted lines, just cut this odd shape out. And when I cut it out, I'm going to put it in front of me so that the number one's at the top and then the 2 and the 3. And to me the numbers are upside down, but I need the little part at the top, and then it widens to the bottom. And this is actually, you can put this aside because Miss Acosta and I are going to be the rest of the instructions, okay? So I'm looking at this. Let me turn it around so you can see it. 1, 2, 3. So I want to glue this piece of elastic onto this paper. So I'm going to get my tacky glue, and I need you to see how, don't do anything yet, I need you to look first. It's divided up into 3 sections. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to open my glue, and I'm just going to put a line, just one line, listen to me, from this line down over the number 2 to the bottom. I didn't put it everywhere. I didn't put any on the 1, and I didn't put any on the 3. So here's the important part that you need to look at. When I glue the elastic, I need to glue it, and I don't want to cover the number 1. This little line, the dotted line is where I start. I go right down the middle and I press. Is there any glue on 1? No. Is there any glue at the bottom? No. Now this glue that is coming out of the sides, leave it there because we like glue. So don't go wiping it off. We're going to leave it there so that it'll glue all the pieces together. Okay, well that was pretty good, but we really need to secure it a little bit more because as Miss Acosta explained, when that second explosion happens, it's force that's going to come out, and it's going to really tear this apart. So we're going to secure this a little bit more. So now this number 1 that had nothing on it, I'm going to scribble scrabble glue because we like glue. I'm not putting any dot 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 anywhere. And I just covered that number 1 with glue. So I'm going to seal this piece of elastic by folding this down on that dotted line, and I'm going to press on the corners, and if glue comes out, that's okay, because we like glue. Okay, well that's actually pretty good. That's a little bit better, but you know what? I think we need to secure it one more time. So I'm going to get my glue, and this piece that I just folded down, I'm going to cover that with glue also. Nothing at the bottom, so watch. So I get this tacky glue and I scribble scrabble, but class, I'm going to tell you this. You know, it was kind of easy to put the paper over the elastic, but now I have paper and elastic over here, and I'm going to fold it on paper and elastic, and that's going to want to pop up. So when I fold it on this crease, watch. You see how this black line showed up? That's good. So I'm going to just press down, and I'm going to hold it for a few seconds. Oh, good, glue came out. That's all right. And I'm going to iron it down, and I just need to make sure I press everywhere. And any glue that's on the table, you just wipe it off. Any glue that's on your hand, wipe it off. Okay, that's great. You just did the inside, what's going to go on the inside of the rocket. So we're going to leave that there to dry. Oh, look, I forgot to put my glue down. I need to put my glue down again. I forgot. So now what we're going to do is we're going to put this piece in here. So take a look at this. I need to show you some things first. So you can see it. This is what we made. Here's this little piece of paper, and here's our elastic. And I need you to see where it is in our body tube. Is it glued up at the top? No, it's glued down a little ways inside, and this is why. After everything is put inside, you've got to put your nose cone back inside this body tube, right? If you glued this up here at the top, and then you got your nose cone, and you're trying to shove it in there because it really fits perfectly in there, and you're shoving it in there, if it's at the top, you're going to tear it, and you're not going to know because you're going to close it and it's loose. So when that explosion happens, it's going to all fly out the way Ms. Acosta told you might happen. So we're not gluing it right at the edge. I'm going to show you where to do it. Now don't do it yet. Let me show you. I need you to look at it and study it because you're making this on your own with your family, helping your mom or dad or brother or sister, somebody. So I want you to take a look at what we've done again, and I want to show you, we've kind of left it alone so it's sealed in pretty well. So one more time, we're going to be using some glue. So I'm going to cover that black line. And remember, we like glue here at Starbase, but we don't want to smother it because glue will also tear the paper. So that's a good blob of glue. So now let's go back to where we're going to put it on our body tube. So on your body tube, I need you to pay attention to this line. We drew it on here. That's actually why your bag is open, because we had to go in there and kind of manipulate it a little bit. This is the bottom of the rocket, so if you look at this one, you can see the line. So we're going to be working on this part of the rocket later, but right now, this is attached to the top of the rocket. So when you're doing it on your body tube, you need to make special attention that you're not gluing it here. We're going to be going to the top, and this is where we're going to glue it. So this, y'all know about snails, right? How snails leave a trail behind them? This is kind of like our gluey, gooey snail. I'm going to flip it around so that the glue is at the bottom. And yes, I do place it like right here on the edge of my body tube, but are we going to leave it there? No, we're going to push it down. So I'm going to get my finger and I'm going to slide it one finger length, and I'm going to press down. And I want to show you how there is a little glue trail, but it's sitting there pressed down. Make sure your family, whoever's helping you, can see that it's going to sit there, and we're going to let it dry. And now it's going to be ready to go. So that gets put aside, and we're going to be working on the bottom of the rocket. So family, friends, if you need to redo it, look at it again, please do. Anytime you have problems, we're here, and you can reach us also if you're having trouble with this.